you're in search of some stealthy styling to the front end of your 2021 or newer Ford Bronco, these Oracle Oculus Bi LED projector headlights with the amber halo, black housing, and clear lens will be a great addition to your build. Now, this set will be great for the Bronco owner who is not benefiting from their factory headlights anymore, whether they're halogen and it has to do with your visibility at night, or purely for style reasons and you want to update for cleaner visibility on road and to set your build apart from the rest. Now, these will offer a ton of performance and style benefits in the design while saving you a few bucks if you need a new set of headlights but don't want to completely break the bank. These again are going to feature a stealthy inner black housing, adding some street appeal to the front, and will match incredibly well with any other black detailing or accents that you already have on your Bronco. This will also bring an LED projector to the table, offering a cleaner and a crisper beam pattern with a very sharp cutoff line for better visibility and no glare to oncoming traffic, as well as an impressive light output of 5,200 raw lumens. Now, on the border, you'll also see a bright amber LED halo consisting of over 200 LEDs, which will offer that Raptor-inspired styling while also making you a lot more noticeable on the street for other drivers for safety. Now, compared to other headlights available in the category, these are going to have a modular design, which will not only help when it comes to saving you a couple bucks compared to one solid unit, but it will also allow you to replace or upgrade in the future if you wish to do so, leaving options open for your build. These will also be tough with a durable plastic housing and lens, so you can ensure that these are going to hold up even if you are taking your Bronco off-road. Now, each light will also feature passive and active cooling to maintain low LED temperatures, which will make these incredibly efficient and last the long run on your build. Now, because this is a modular design, the turn signals and marker lights are going to be separate from the headlights, but those are going to be just as strong with the same durable construction and multiple LEDs inside that will be just as efficient. Now, each light will also be completely plug and play, so that's going to allow a super easy install, and we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. These will come in at roughly $775, which compared to other headlights will be one of the more affordable options. Now, when comparing this to other choices in the category, I really like the route that Oracle took, making sure to make an incredibly functional headlight that will offer bright and efficient lighting as far as the source is concerned, as well as unmistakable styling, while also keeping it relatively affordable if you're not looking to completely blow your budget on a set of new headlights. Now, on top of that, while keeping it budget friendly, this also makes it a lot more flexible to customize in the future with the modular design. So in my book, this is a total win and is a great set of headlights to choose for your Bronco. When it comes to install, this will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and should only take you about an hour to get the job done with some pretty basic hand tools. Now, at this point, you can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how to get these onto your Bronco step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
For this install, you will need an impact, various ratchets, small extension, 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter if necessary, 8mm swivel socket, 8 and 10mm sockets, T25 Torx bit, a Phillips head screwdriver, a clip removal tool, and some tape.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing some headlights on our Bronco, so let's get started. Alright guys, so now we're ready to go ahead and start uninstalling our factory setup. So our first step is going to be to remove our upper radiator shroud right here, and it's held in by these plastic push pins across the top of it. So we'll grab our clip removal tool and we'll start getting these out. Now, if you don't have a clip removal tool while doing this, you can use a flathead screwdriver. You just want to be careful not to break any of your clips. We'll also need to remove this one for our intake funnel here. Cut that one out. Once we have all of our clips out, we can go ahead and remove our shroud. So in order to not disturb our portion of our intake there, we'll kind of grab it from the front. Just kind of work it out. Sometimes that will pop off. We can go ahead and set this aside. Next, we got to remove our 4 10mm screws holding the top of our grill in place. So we'll grab our 10mm socket on our impact and run these off. So now we can go ahead and give our grill a little bit of a pull out of its position, like so. So once we have our grill out of position, we can disconnect our camera and our washer nozzle here. So we'll go ahead, pop our camera off. Now you will have some washer fluid come out of this hose here when you disconnect it. It's okay. You just push in on this clip here, pop that off. We can go ahead and pull our grill off. Now to prevent some excess washer fluid from coming down all over our headlights and everything else, I'm gonna grab a little bit of tape. Just put that over our exposed portion of our hose here. Now this isn't gonna be fully waterproof or anything unless you wanna put like a boot over it, but that's just gonna help alleviate some of the fluid from coming out. So now we can go ahead and begin removing our headlights. And they have these little locator pins up at the back here. We'll grab our clip removal tool first and pop these out. Just pop that off. Then we'll grab our 10mm socket and our impact and go ahead and run our 2 top mounting bolts off. So in order to get to your 8mm bottom mounting bolt here, we're gonna have to just kind of pop loose our fender flare just so it has enough room. And then we're gonna pull our trim piece out. It just pops away like that. Now we can access our 8mm bolt. Now we're going to use an 8mm swivel socket and extension on our impact to go ahead and run this off. Now we can go ahead and remove our headlight. Go ahead and pop this off just like so. Once you've got it out, you can go ahead and grab onto your connector. And now we'll go ahead and push in on our release tab here and unplug our headlight, set it aside. And now once you've got this all done for this side, you can go ahead and repeat the same process for the other side. So before we can go onto the truck with our new headlights, we're gonna need to do a little bit of sub-assembly here. So we have a few different bits we're gonna have to add, one being our turn signal. So we're gonna go ahead and line this up. Now these will be marked with right hand or left hand side coordinating with your appropriate headlight, so there's really no way you can get that wrong. So we're gonna line our turn signal mount up here with our 2 mounting points. Those are gonna insert directly into that. That sits nice and firm. Then you're gonna grab your longer hardware from your bag. Go ahead and get these through. Might be a little bit tricky at first. Once we got our first one through, we'll go ahead and put our other one through. And we're gonna grab our 2 8mm lock nuts here. Get these hand tight on the back. And we're gonna grab our Phillips head screwdriver and our 8mm socket on our ratchet and go ahead and tighten these down. So we'll go ahead, get our screwdriver in. Just nice and snug is all you need because you are tightening into plastic. So we'll go ahead and get our other one on here. Again, just nice and snug. Then we'll go ahead and get our bottom mount attached. So you can see we've got locator dowels here for our bottom mounting bracket. So we'll go ahead and get those lined up. Slot those right in. Then we're gonna grab 2 of our shorter supplied screws here. We'll go ahead and get those mounted. Grab our Phillips head screwdriver. We're gonna go right into our mounting holes here. Again, nice and snug is all you need. Okay, once we have those on, we can go ahead and match up our turn signal harness here with our turn signal connector on our headlight side. It's going to have a locator keyway, and these are labeled for turn signal and side marker, so can't really mess that up. We'll go ahead and get that seated, and we'll screw on our waterproof cover here. Nice and snug. Okay, now we can go ahead and get our top mount in place, and again there is a locator dowel for the center of our top mount. So we'll go ahead and get that lined up in place. We're going to grab 2 more of our supplied screws here. So now we've got our mount located with our center locator down there. We've got one of our screws started, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other screw, and we'll get this tightened down. So it is a little bit easier to lay this flat while doing this. This is really where a longer screwdriver pays off. So we've got both in. Bring it back up off the lens because you don't want that to get scratched. Now we can go ahead and tighten these 2 down. Okay, so this kit also comes with a seam cover here. Kind of covers this joint if you want the namesake of your headlight and kind of a better looking cover situation. It is not essential for the install, however we're going to be installing ours. We're just going to take these 2 bolts back out, pop this in between this hardware, and then bolt it back on. Again, not an essential point of install, but it does come with it. If you want a little bit cleaner look between your headlight and your turn signal, this is an easily upgraded option that comes with your kit. So our next step is going to be to install our new side marker lights, and these are actually going to go on our grill. So what we're going to do is remove these 2 T25 Torx bolts and install our side marker light, and then reinstall our bolts here. So we'll grab our T25 Torx bit on our ratchet. We'll run these out real quick. Pop that off. Go ahead and set the marker light in. You want to make sure your harness comes inside the grill. You don't want it hanging out anywhere. And then we can go ahead and go right back in with our Torx screws here. Grab our Torx bit and our ratchet. Go ahead and run these back in. Then we can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side and get ready to throw our lights in. So now that we've got everything assembled, we can go ahead and begin installing our headlights onto our vehicle. So we're going to start by grabbing our connectors here. Grab our body side connector. And we'll go ahead and plug that right in. Now when setting your headlight in place, you do want to leave your marker light connector out to the outside of your headlight so that when we install our grille, we can plug in our marker lights. So we'll go ahead and get this in place, make sure nothing's being pinched. Let's set this in like so. And we can go ahead and start reinstalling our hardware. So we can start by reinstalling our little locator pin up top here. Go ahead and push that into place. And we'll get our 10mm mounting screws in. Start with this guy here. We'll just get it started for now, followed by our one over here. Now that's started, we'll get our 8mm one in our bottom mount. And we'll go ahead and tighten these down. So now again, we'll take our 8mm swivel socket and extension and tighten down our bottom mounting bolt here. And we'll grab our 10mm, tighten down our two top mounting bolts. So now once you've got this headlight bolted all in, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. And we'll get our bottom trim panel back in place here. Line our clips back up. And we'll pop this back into place. Get our fender flare back on. So now this is going to kind of be hard to see, but it's the same setup as with our turn signal connectors. You're going to grab that side marker connector that you left on the outside of your headlight and grab the connector on the marker light side of your grille. Go ahead and make that connection. And again, you're going to screw in your waterproof cover. Then we're going to do this for both sides, and then we can get the grille fully installed. So now we can go ahead and reinstall our grille. So we'll get this lined back up with our mounting holes, as well as our clips for the middle and the bottom and the sides. Give those a push. Make sure those are all locked down. And we can go ahead and reconnect. We'll get our camera washer hose connected, as well as our forward facing camera. Put that back into place. Then we can go ahead and get our 4 10mm screws back in the top of our grille. Go ahead and grab our 10mm socket on our impact. Run our screws back in. Now we can go ahead and get our shroud reinstalled. We'll lift up slightly on our intake here. Just work that back into place. Line everything back up. And we can go ahead and reinstall our push pins. That's it. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Oracle Oculus by LED projector headlights with amber halo, black housings, and clear lenses for your 21 to current Bronco. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.